up in the backfield. I just got a set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there.
Menu narration option is set to off.
I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in a line. Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole life, run it back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Carry for Kansas City.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Now he's forced out left. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Cam Newton.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Every possession in the postseason. Just the opening drive, they didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick,
he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Number 10.
Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Going up top. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. John Simon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Patriots 3.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Newton. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Cam Newton.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not good.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel